And voila, the 4 pots. The FIFA World Cup will be starting in June 2026. We already know Canada will be in Group B, but who will they face? Although teams are still qualifying and the draw to assign teams to their groups won't be until December 2025, we can still get a good idea of the type of team, the caliber of team that Canada will face by predicting which teams are in the 4 pots. Then we know one team from each pot will be drawn to complete Canada's Group B. So, what teams will be in the 4 pots? At the time of recording, 13 teams have already qualified. By the way, I will try to keep an updated list of the 4 pots as results come in, and you can see them by clicking on the video description. Here we go. Each region or confederation is allocated a certain number of spots. South America gets 6 spots. They only have 2 games left to complete their round-robin qualification. Argentina, Ecuador, and Brazil are through, and it looks like Uruguay, Paraguay, and Colombia are going through as well. Shout out to Ecuador, who finished second in a very tough group. Asia gets 8 spots. Iran, Uzbekistan, South Korea, Jordan, Japan, and Australia have already qualified. There's going to be another round robin to determine the last 2 spots, and I'm going to say Qatar and Saudi Arabia make it through. New Zealand has secured the 1 Oceana berth. Africa gets 9 spots, and they are about halfway through their qualification. The winner of each group makes it through. I'm going to say Egypt stays as leader in Group A. Senegal passes Congo in Group B. I'm shocked by Group C. The last time I saw Nigeria, they looked really good, and I thought they would easily qualify, but South Africa is dominating. So with 4 games to go, I have to give it to South Africa. Well done, gentlemen. I'm going to say Cameroon edges out Cape Verde in Group D. Morocco dominates Group E. Ivory Coast survives Group F. And Algeria, Tunisia, and Ghana retain their groups. Moving to CONCACAF, Canada, Mexico, and the United States qualify as host nations. The other countries are about to start the last qualification round. I'm going to say Panama in Group A and Costa Rica in Group C advance. In Group B, Jamaica has the best players, but I'm going to call an upset and Curacao advances on its excellent team play. That leaves the toughest region, Europe. The top team in each group goes to the World Cup. They haven't played any games yet, but I'm going to say Germany in Group A, Sweden in Group B, Denmark in Group C, France, Spain, and Portugal. The next groups have started their qualification. I'm going to say Netherlands in Group G. Group A is a coin flip. I'll go with Bosnia and Herzegovina. Group I is another head-scratcher. Norway has won all its games, and they have Erling Haaland. But can Italy really miss another World Cup? Italy will have to beat Norway to have a chance. But if it comes to goal difference, Norway will probably have the advantage. So it breaks my heart, but I'm going to call Norway to advance. In Group J, I'm picking Belgium to come back. England takes Group K, and Croatia edges out the Czech Republic. There is a playoff second round to determine the last 4 European teams. I'll say Italy, Switzerland, the Ukraine, and Turkey advance. So Italy makes it after all. The last 2 World Cup spots will be decided by a playoff round between the top teams that didn't qualify. South America gets 1 team, I'll say Venezuela. North America gets 2 teams, I'll say Jamaica and Honduras. Asia, Iraq. Oceana, New Caledonia, and Africa, I'm picking Cape Verde. They are sorted by their FIFA ranking. Then the top 2 teams, Venezuela and Iraq, are put into the finals. The other teams have to play an elimination game. I'll say Honduras beats New Caledonia. Then in the final, Iraq beats Honduras to advance. In the other bracket, Cape Verde beats Jamaica, then edges out Venezuela to advance. Now we have all 48 teams. First, in pot 4, we put the 4 winners of the European playoffs: Italy, Switzerland, the Ukraine, and Turkey. Then the winners of the Inter-Confederation Playoffs, Iraq and Cape Verde. We put the host countries, Mexico, Canada, and the US in pot 1, which is a huge advantage. Then we order the rest of the teams based on their FIFA rankings. The first 9 complete pot 1, the next 12 are pot 2, the next 12 are pot 3, and the remaining 6 complete pot 4. And voila, the 4 pots. To make up Canada's Group B, 1 team is drawn from each of pots 2, 3, and 4. It's random, so we won't know the exact teams until the December draw, but we can get a handle on it by looking at the best and worst case scenarios. The most difficult possible group, sort of a Canada group of death, would probably have Italy from pot 4. I'd say Croatia from pot 2. In pot 3, it can't be Panama because you can only have 1 CONCACAF team in each group. You can't have Erling Haaland and Norway because you can't have more than 2 European teams in each group, but we could have the next team, Mo Salah and Egypt. So Canada, Croatia, Egypt, and Italy. That would be tough, and actually we could lose all 3 of those games. How about a group where we would have the best chance of advancing? A Canada group of life, so to speak. In pot 4, it can't be Curacao because they are in our CONCACAF region, so New Zealand is next. In pot 3, the lowest ranked team is South Africa. Fine. In pot 2, Sweden is the lowest ranked team, but they're pretty good. Ecuador is next, but they are in second in the powerful South American qualification. They're hot. The next team is Australia, and I think we could hang with them. So there's a Canada group of life. Canada, Australia, South Africa, and New Zealand. We could win all 3 of those games. By coincidence, they're all Commonwealth countries, and at one time, we all had Queen Elizabeth on our money. I think she would be very proud. By the way, I heard she was an Arsenal fan. The top 2 teams in each group advance to the next round, the round of 32, but also the top 8 third-place teams also advance. So even if we finish 3rd, we have a good chance of advancing. Before doing this breakdown, I had a vague feeling that we should get out of our group no matter how the draw turns out. But now I have a pretty certain feeling we could lose all our games or win all our games or anything in between. It all depends on the draw. So that's our known unknown. One thing I should mention is I'm going to re-edit this video and make another video for international and neutral audiences. It will be less focused on Canada. It would be great if you watch it, but it's going to cover all the same material, so you won't miss anything if you skip it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now, and allez les rouges.